Hello, class.
Today we're going to be talking about student loans. Remember, student loans cannot be discharged in personal bankruptcy. Can anyone else think of any problems with student loans?
If you have a bunch of debt from school, you'll feel more pressure to take a job that you dislike after you graduate.
That's right. Graduating with a lot of student debt could influence you to select a higher paying job even though it may be one you enjoy less. This may seem obvious, but the best way to avoid student loan issues is to avoid taking out student loans in general. However, you may still end up needing to borrow money to pay for your education. Here are some important questions you should ask yourself before borrowing.
First, how committed am I to my intended program of study? The worst decision you can make is to take out a bunch of student loans and not complete your major. Then you'll have a lot of debt and won't have the higher income to pay for it. Another important question to answer is, how much should I borrow? Ideally, you would only be able to borrow as much as you needed, but unfortunately, a lot of lenders are willing to lend you far more than you need. So, make sure you have a written budget of all your expenses beforehand.
After considering the important question of whether or not you should take out student loans, the next most important question is what type of loan you should get.
Well, how many types are there? I thought they were all the same.
There are three main types of loans. Stafford loans are student loans that are funded by the federal government, and they come in three different types. Directly subsidized loans are usually reserved for students demonstrating financial hardship, and you will not be held responsible for making any payments while you're in school. An unsubsidized Stafford loan is available to all students, and you will be held responsible to pay for all the interest which builds up while you're in school. And PLUS loans, the third type, are available to both students and parents, have no maximum amounts, and can be used to cover any education costs not covered by other financial aid.
An alternative type of loans, Perkins loans, are for students who express serious financial need. They're all subsidized and funded by the government, but dispersed by each individual college or university. Lastly, there are federal family education loans, which is a program that is a bit outdated, but has loans that are issued by banks and insured by the federal government.
Each of these types of loans has varying interest rates, different times of repayment, and different maximum amounts that can be borrowed, so it's very important to look deeply into all of your options.
Alright, now I'm going to give each of you guys 15 minutes to read the section in your book on how to manage student loans, after which I'd like you all to tell the strategies that you find. Okay, time's up. Let's hear what you've learned.
Well, first you should contact your loan servicer because he'll help you walk you through the process and help you change options.
Exactly, and one of these options could be the student repayment plan. There are four examples of these, starting with the standard repayment plan, which offers you a fixed rate over a 10-year time period, I think.
Well, there's also a graduated repayment plan which helps you lower your initial monthly payments. It begins with lower monthly payments that gradually increase over time.
Yeah, there's even an extended payment plan where you may be able to lower your monthly payments by extending them over a long period of time.
Well, and finally, you may be able to choose a repayment plan that ties your monthly payments to your income. So if you have more income, you'll repay a larger amount.
So, are there any ways you may be able to defer or temporarily postpone your payments?
Sure, if you're returning to school, are unemployed, or going to military service.
Well, also, if you're having trouble making loan payments but do not qualify for a deferment, your loan servicer may grant you forbearance, which allows you to postpone your monthly payments for a limited period of time.
That's right. Let me just add a few more things. If you have multiple federal loans, consolidating them to one loan may also help you better manage your debt. Also, consolidating your loans is not difficult and can be done at any time after you leave school. The point is, switching repayment plans, qualifying for deferment or forbearance, or consolidating your loans will help you better manage your student loan payments and avoid default.
So how exactly do I make a loan repayment?
Your loan servicer handles all the billing regarding your student loan, so you should make payments directly to them. Since each servicer has their own way to process payments, you'll need to confirm that as well. if you don't happen to know who your service provider.
That's super convenient. I heard that it's the best way to repay your student loans. Is this true?
That's absolutely correct. If you can afford it, you should treat the loan like a mortgage and make larger payments to cut the principal more quickly.
Make it sound so easy. I don't know if I can repay my student loans back so quickly.
It's important to set goals in your payments. A good goal would be to create a 3 to 5 year plan to pay for college debt.
Well, you see, that's my problem. I can never commit to my goals. I'm never going to be able to repay any of my student loans.
For students like you who are not so confident in making your monthly payments, there is an option of establishing a college repayment fund. A certain portion of money will be moved automatically into your savings. The good thing about having a separate account is that you will lower the chances of using the money for something other than your student loans.
That's so comforting to hear. I think I better make a college repayment fund right away.
Remember that if you pay off your student loan, that will be one less debt you owe, and the money that you make now is free to be invested and applied to other things in your life. The most effective way to reduce debt is to plan ahead, make some sacrifice, focus on future financial goals, and delay instant gratification.